Because, Brody, if you scared of a puppy, what happened when the big dog get loose?
Yeah.
You need to get cool with the puppy.
You gotta spend time with that motherfucking puppy.
Spend time with the puppy. Because
and work your way up. And don't feel bad. And don't let people make you feel bad about the level you at.
Because think about that puppy like a problem. The puppy gets older. You know what I mean? The puppy grow. Look at the feet. You know what I'm saying?
100 paws.
Look at them paws. So let me tell you, you're gonna get older. This problem won't always be a puppy. So think about that.
The elephant in the room will age with you.
That's
what
the
they
one
say.
right there, Terrell.
The elephant in the
problem won't always be a puppy. So you gonna either have to grow and know it, or this problem gonna then be this big ass
and
dog.
You're gonna be terrified of it.
And if you were scared of the puppy, you ain't gonna be able to handle the dog. You ain't gonna want to be around the dog.
That's a fact.
Tastes so good, make you want to slap your mama. Don't it, Willie?
Yo, it's the Mallory Bros Podcast. We back for another Tuesday, another week. Happy Tuesday to you. It's episode 265. I want to give a big shout out to the Malawi, Africa.
Malawi, Africa. You know what's funny about that? It just reminds me of how Cruz say his last name right now, y'all. That's exactly how you say it. Malawi. So dope that's the country code, Malawi. Dope. Shout out to y'all if anybody's out there that fuck with us.
If anybody's out there that's rocking with us in Malawi.
Are you saying it right?
I don't even know.
Shout out to y'all, man. Happy Tuesday. It's a new week. You got this black sweater on.
Just for now, because it's raining outside, I might take it off mid-pod.
It reminds me of the
what I'm
joints
wearing.
It reminds me of the joints you wore. Remember high school?
Oh, I thought he was clowning.
That was the only joint we could wear. A black hoodie like this, no label, no Nike.
It couldn't be pullover. It had to be a zip-up joint because they wanted to know you had the uniform shirt on under. We really had to go to school like The Wire.
And you know what's crazy? When they started wearing uniforms, it's kind of like when we started, right?
Yeah.
We were just in third grade, though. That was, I think, the first year we started wearing. Anyway, that was random as shit.
Nigga trying to be funny about my sweater, but then nigga look like he
wasn't
collect
funny.
cards.
It wasn't funny. It wasn't funny.
You look like you collect cards, boy. Fuck out of here. I got the pets for 10 and it came with the shirt.
Man, we ready for football season. It's
nigga
back,
hyped
man.
over
Football
his Topps collection.
Just because y'all got us, I don't know. You know they starting to say y'all are looking like I don't know how y'all gonna look this year. We really don't.
How about NFL Super Bowl?
Hopefully, hey, look, hopefully.
How about NFC champions?
Hopefully again. Hopefully y'all got.
But what's a hopefully?
You got a potential sophomore slump potential that could happen. Terry's not coming back. Terrance is looking more and more like, hold up, nigga. What the fuck you got a ring right here for?
What you talking about?
Nigga, you got a ring on your wedding band.
I just put it there because I can put it on any finger now because what the fuck? I'm out the game.
Terrance, that's not how it works.
So what, you think I'm perping?
It's not perping, but it's like,
bro, I'm not like this because I'm like, whatever. I'm not doing this like purposely. I'll just put it on any finger now. It's whatever.
You ain't supposed to do that.
I could do whatever the fuck I want. You can.
We're not gonna waste no time, y'all. Weekend recap. Here, let's
go. Oh, damn, never mind.
Damn, he's rusty.
This is what I say for my weekend recap.
Uh-oh. He's coming out of the jacket.
Just to show that I want to show niggas my shirt. You know, I waited a long time for this shirt, y'all.
Tell them the story on that. That's a crazy.
No, not putting them out there like that. Just waited a long time for this shirt. Glad it came in the mail. Supporting every day. Supporting. Niggas want to talk shit. Huh? How about a nigga that tried to say, shit like that bothers me. Niggas that say shit like, oh, y'all wasn't rocking with bro when he was alive. Look what I'm wearing. 8 years post the nigga dying.
8 years?
8 years. Nipsey died 2018. It's 2025.
7 years, nigga.
I put 8 just to solace you niggas. 8 years post the nigga going away.
No, you're
How many of you niggas, where your receipt at? But let me say this. Weekend recap. One of the first things that happened my weekend, y'all, there was this fly that was stuck in this spider web. And bro, you know how life has small moments where you just like, all right, bet. I'm just gonna watch this. And like, the spider was way smaller than the fly, right? And the fly's going crazy. Zzz. Like you could see the fly going crazy. It's almost like, damn, this motherfucker big as fuck. And the spider was almost like half the size of the fly. So I'm like, I want to see if the fly gets out of this. I come outside. A-Train come outside. What are you doing? I'm like, a spider has caught little boy shit it felt like. But as I was watching it, bro, do you know the spider would like go down to the fly and then the fly would go crazy and then it would come back up. And I was like, I wonder what it's doing. And of course, my arachna smart people who know spiders will tell you what it was doing. But like, as I'm watching it go back and forth, I'm like, what is it doing? And like it's almost like it was antagonizing the fly to get it to go crazy. Then the joint literally got onto the fly's back and was just going left and right. Next thing you know, fly wasn't moving anymore. Fly was just doing this, you know?
Oh shit, yeah.
So it webbed the fuck out of the fly's wings. By that time, I feel like we had company show up and some more shit. But it made me realize that like, this is my takeaway for this weekend. The spider was half the size of the fly. But like, I never saw like, and this is a bug, I get it, but like I never saw the confidence shake because the environment. You know what I mean? And it's like big project, but if it's in my environment, I can take this down. It doesn't matter how scary this looks.
Hell yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Same thing with alligators in water. You can't breathe here.
Yes.
If I drown, you might be you're bigger than me, strong. You know what I'm saying? You can be strong. These wildebeest, these big ass, they be strong, bro. They got way more leg power than gators, right? But
Yes.
I could drop my weight and pull you in this water.
So look, this is my takeaway of telling this story.
My bad to jump in on you.
Nah, you good, because I like that. Sometimes in life, and look at the nigga podding. Sometimes in life, this big ass obstacle is in front of you. And if I were to do this shit dolo, if it was just me versus this obstacle, like low key, I could be so discouraged about it. I could be like, I'm not gonna be able to do that, right? But if I think about it, my environment around me, then I'm not really working me versus the big obstacle. It's all of this against that. Mm-hmm. Everything that I got, if you got phone, camera, computer, car, people behind you, all of those things help tackle the big problems in your life.
That's true.
But when you think, I have to do this, it makes those problems seem big. Imagine if the spider didn't think to use the web like he did. That motherfucker was almost free. I'm on the outside rooting for the fly. I counted the spider out.
Because he was small.
Because of the size. So even looking on the outside in, it looked like you can't do it, but when you keep your mind to it.
I like that idea though. When something comes into your space, like this my web, if you're the spider, it's
yeah.
And I like the preparedness. I like the analyzation of it. Bet you bigger than me. So how can I make sure you can't leave? Bet I'm gonna tie them wings up.
Tie the wings up.
Because you can't leave. That's your biggest threat.
And when you think about the big obstacles in your life, that's how you gotta handle it. Let's just get
like,
the handle on the parts that we can, and we're gonna worry about the other half. Because look, sometimes, guess what? You think the fly netted that motherfucker up like 8-legged freaks in a big ass web? No, you know what it did? That motherfucker was just hanging upside down and eventually died. Problems take care of themselves sometimes. Once you get the little things done, sometimes you realize that was all you had to do. The big problem took care of itself.
He might have ate that motherfucker alive, came back.
And the nigga said, but look, you see, nigga rapping on a what's the name podcast, but it good shit.
I think that was a dope story, bro. And I think honestly, sometimes people need to hear that. I be needing to hear certain shit like that during the week, especially. And I know these niggas that listen to this podcast, bro. We all have man stress. Shout out to the ladies. I know y'all got y'all stress too. I just know how we be dealing with shit. And sometimes when you hear a nigga say some shit, you might not be prepared for it. Like when I cried top of that last episode, bro, that fuck niggas up. I love that though. I love that though. I like feeling shit with people, you know?
Yeah. But, and just to top off my weekend, if you're listening to this, it's the 19th. Yesterday was the 18th. Even though it's not my weekend, it's Monday. We celebrating 11 months. My sonny Wani has been on this earth, changed my life 11 months ago. I was walking outside the Dunkin' Donuts. I seen this dude. He said, my baby girl changed my life 4 years ago. She's gonna be stuck to your hip, man. When I tell you, I get so much from that. I get so much from that because I ain't gonna lie. I'm looking at the nigga like, okay, I ain't gonna lie. You know what I mean?
100%.
But when I'm walking out, that's good to hear. It's good to feel the fatherhood, brotherhood. But outside of that, checked out some fights. Me and A-Train kicking it. We had Seattle guests over. We love when we have guests from Seattle come back and kick it on the outside. Shout out to Moni. But yeah, man, we had a great weekend, Terrell.
They had a great weekend. He's forgetting Sunday. We threw these motherfuckers an engagement
I'm
bag.
letting you get that. I'm letting you. I ain't want to say it all.
It was Mac together for the nigga.
That Mac, Terrell's Mac.
That Mac 10.
That shouldn't be the first thing you lead with. Lead with the engagement
Mac
party.
was amazing. My recap. But my weekend was chill too.
So he's going away from the party.
Yeah, I'm gonna come back to the party. My weekend was chill. Most of it was pretty much just me, catching up on work. Shout out to everybody that's Real as 9 on Patreon. I got to watch
100.
the Futuristic Summer video this past week and the JID video that went up. Those were two funny ass drops.
Yes, sir. And if you're watching this right now, hopefully we got the Gunna video that's going up tonight. Yes. Come on.
It has been a lot. Yeah, it has been a crazy jam-packed week. We still kind of trying to, catch up. But y'all see, we ain't stopping. This shit keep going.
I'm about to say, it should feel good to know that we keep going. We are not stopping at all. And then look, obviously, music's still dropping.
Still doing pods. But yeah, I was did a lot of shooting and stuff. But this past Sunday, we surprised these motherfuckers.
Why gotta be these motherfuckers? How we ever gonna get a sponsorship?
Right. Okay, let me say, all right, bet.
GoDaddy just said, you know what? I'm good with these two fuckers. We can curse, but if they're gonna curse,
we're not gonna sell our fucking product.
We're not selling our fucking product.
This past Sunday, y'all, we threw them a surprise engagement. Congrats, joint. The Fion made a cake. I threw together a mac. It was actually one of my best macs that I've made.
It was.
One of my favorites that I've made.
It was.
That I've made. Shout out to Candace. She did an amazing chicken, green bean. We had some. She did the stuffed chicken with the
stuffed chicken with the spinach.
With the spinach, it was good. It was fine.
They hosted. Shout out my bro Samarian. Love them both. Both of them hosted. It was just a dope event. I was telling him, bro, we in your crib. I know that feels good when we leave. It's nothing like being a man. You have other people in your crib, and they leave. You host, they leave. I told him when you
cleaning up, but the highlights
cleaning
on.
up, you let your girl go get in the shower or something or whatever, and you standing there like, damn, that's some real whatever shit. And this don't go for just it ain't a house thing. It's an apartment thing. Whatever you get your crib, you have your first little kickback. You'll see how that feels.
And ladies, y'all probably feel the same. Y'all have y'all girls
yes,
over.
the girls over.
They leave, you cleaning up, but just you had a successful event. Anyway, we had a dope weekend, man. We've been really prioritizing fellowship, really prioritizing like family, getting together, even when we don't have the biggest reasons to do stuff. Yeah. And honestly, it's been something that sometimes get in the way. Sometimes it's like, we getting together when we should be, man, when we gonna look back 20 years, 30 years, and be grateful for the Sunday after Sunday after Sunday after Sunday that we got together. So
100%. And you never know what the Sundays in the future gonna look like. I've been talking to A-Train a lot about 2035, bro. I said every choice we make for 2025 is a choice for 2035. Or not every choice, but like the choices that we making right now, at least me, y'all, I'm just trying to make 2035 easier. Fuck a next year, fuck the year after, fuck a last year, fuck a New Year's resolution. Like, really all of this shit is the same once you get going. Like, for me, I'm just trying to make each year easier. And by 2035, I need to have had rhythm with some shit. That's what I'm realizing.
Yeah.
Like, everybody who's good at anything has years of rhythm being good at it. Like, nobody is immediately good as fuck at something.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
And that starts when you young. It starts when you young, too.
Have you not waited your whole life, Terrell, to find what you are just born talented in? Sometimes I'll buy a game. I'll buy Elden Ring. For some reason, I'm going to be able to beat the game like this.
All these other niggas struggle, but this is going to be I'm the nigga that everybody
I'm the one that's just going to have it.
It's simple, bro.
Baseball, bowling.
Yep. Call of Duty.
I used to
be like, look, These niggas can get a nuke. I've only gotten close to a nuke once. And I got like 19 kills, was done. Could never do that.
What is that, y'all? What is the feeling that we feel where we just feel like I can not only be a part of something, but I can be good at that? I think it's like what you said, like,
It's the lie that life sells you
that
when you're young.
yeah.
It's you bringing home your drawing and your mom going, wow, you're an amazing artist. You're amazing. Wow, you're like the best artist ever. And we tell kids when they're young, you're so smart. You are brilliant. This is the best pitch I've ever seen. And then when they grow up, or as they grow up, when they go to try other things, basketball, football, and they watch TV, they watch Jay Jettas do the gritty into the end zone. They think, bet, mama want to play football. When they're not immediately good, when they're not immediately getting that gratification, that, oh my God, you amazing, when it's, damn, you got to work. Damn, you got to practice. Damn. Well, don't worry, you're not that great now, but when you practice, it turns into, fuck this, I'm about to try something else.
Oh, I gotta do something else.
And so some kids I was one of them, never really gave real time to any sport. I would say that, y'all. I never gave real time to football, basketball, baseball. I played with these niggas. They was in high school. I wanted to play with them. Terrance was putting in real work. Terrance would go in the backyard and be out there alone.
Man, if you don't put in no type of work for it, you'll just realize that, like, damn, that is my hardest lesson I feel like in life. Learning that, like, ain't nothing that, and nothing is easy. You'll wait your whole life thinking, you know what? This shit just gonna work out easy for me. I don't gotta bury my head in the books like, bruh. Like, you hear about people burying their heads in the books. They up all night studying. They were up all night. Even when I go back to school, I was like, okay, I studied for 2 hours, but like, I don't need to be up all night. Nigga, you never got an A. You always said that, but you never got the A+. Sometimes you pass, but you always made it cool, Terrance. You always made it cool to just do 4 hours instead of all night. And you knew he was doing all night. Dad used to tell you, Terrell, it's a white boy. My dad used to do this. It's a white boy that's out front right now working on his left hand because we want to be basketball players. And when he get out on that court, he gonna cross you up with that left hand because he working on it. That nigga was not capping, bro. That nigga was 100% right. And you know what I used to say? Fuck that white boy. I can hold him. I don't gotta go stand outside all night and dribble my left. What happens, y'all, when you get next to the motherfucker that worked all night long? He gonna look way different than you.
Yeah.
And it ain't no amount of confidence that you can have that's gonna beat preparation.
Yeah.
You can be confident all
That's
you
a
want.
fact. Yeah, but if you're not prepared, because confidence has to come with preparedness. They should come together.
They come together. I'm confident because I'm prepared.
Yeah. It shouldn't. Some niggas are confident and they're not prepared, and that confidence can keep them out of situations.
Yes.
You might pop shit at a nigga and he won't fight you, but he don't know you really the one that don't want to fight. But you putting on the front so that you don't got to deal with the real of what it is. But you can be exposed. The funny thing that you say, and the funny thing about life, and the reason why Inception is my favorite film of all time, number one all-time favorite movie. Not saying it's the best of all time, but my favorite, is because when you think about the concept of a dream in real life, Terrance is literally Cobb. You need to spin your totem, nigga. He literally sitting right here telling y'all, when am I gonna find it, y'all? When am I gonna find the thing I'm just effortlessly good at? This nigga is literally right now doing it.
But look,
He's fucking great at this. But life tell you, life will...
I'm not searching for it as much as...
The way you just said that, though, you sound like Cobb spit the top and walked from the table like, nigga.
I know, but I don't know. You're right.
A nigga watching will look and say, nigga, you got a dope ass... Like, the way you listen to music, to me, I feel like is... Or the way y'all pod is, I feel like... And sometimes,
you're right.
Sometimes you could be living in a dope ass moment, and that's why I always say we got uppercase W's, because you will literally just... You could be thinking, this cool, but like... Nah, you actually dope now.
But you know, y'all, I'm not doing that anymore where I'm lying to myself and telling myself, I don't want to give myself the comfortability, man. Wall Street Trapper put up the realest reel where he was talking about how, like, Oh, Terrell, I gotta send you. Did I send you that?
What reel?
With Wall Street Trapper. Shout out Wall Street Trapper. Dope ass dude.
You sent me Wall Street Trapper reels.
Plenty videos. But he was talking about how like people stay somewhere because they comfortable. And you convince yourself you winning. Like you convince yourself because I'm here and I'm comfy, I'm good. But like, are you willing to prove it? It was the one, y'all go look at Wall Street Trapper where he said, I left the platform, but I kept my neck. Son! Anyway, I'm gonna say this.
But my challenge to him would be, how much of it did you celebrate?
Well,
because look at Floyd.
He celebrated, but like, it's all about this, Terrell. At what point do you get to a point where you the nigga with the 99999 score on like the pinball machine? Mm-hmm. Hey, bruh, it's time for you to low-key get the high score on skee ball. Go get the high score in the basketball game. Because now, even though you can play this every day, and somebody could come through here and say, hey, you dope, you got the high score. Every single day, a new person can tell you that. But guess what? Shit don't hit the same for you. You still wish that there was a higher score you can get on this game. But guess what? 9999999 is it, nigga. Nah, you have to go and figure something out. Like, but T say, you change your platform to test.
I agree.
You change your platform to test if you really are the high score guy. Go to a different pinball machine.
But
and
see what about that.
Go to a different pinball machine. Don't just stay on this one where you got the high score.
All right, okay, but my only challenge to that would be, if you don't get the high score on the basketball joint, or if you do get the high score on the pin, if you do get,
because then maybe it's not going to a basketball joint, but maybe a new pinball machine.
Okay, yeah, but let's say you don't get the high score there. My only thing is, I don't like telling people some niggas get places and they think they winning because they comfortable there. Hold up, I still think there's a conversation to be had about winning in that space.
There is.
Because if you don't never celebrate the fact that you number one in the pinball machine and a nigga say, yeah, nigga, you number one over here, but go do the basketball. Now you can't do that one. It's just like you never celebrated that. Guess what? You gonna have a lowercase W over here and a big fat ass damn. He was good on this, but when he was time to do the basketball, he folded.
And I want y'all to think about this.
And you never celebrated the W back here.
That's true. And we're going to talk more about this later in this podcast because some of these topics
you be saying
come back to this, though.
We're going to talk about
We're going to talk more about this.
It,
but I want y'all to realize the difference between what me and Terrell talking about is not the guy that doesn't celebrate his small wins. We talk about the guy that celebrates all his small wins so much that it's like, hey, bro, celebrating this small win, I know don't feel like. Imagine we bring out, it's almost like we bring a cake and ice cream out every time you come to this restaurant. Happy birthday from the Sneak Crew. We wish it was your birthday so we can party.
Hey, you don't have to do the clapping. We do an audio.
If we did that every single time, you would get to the point where you like this. Yeah, too. Give me my cake and ice cream. Then after a while, you would say, you won't even got to bring the cake. When you're at that point of your life, when you're not even appreciating the cake, you need to go and get that new, that you need to get off of that.
That is true.
You need to get out of that because I'm not even appreciating the cake. Do you get the analogy, Terrell?
Yes, but expound.
I'm not
appreciating what? Make that more real.
You're not appreciating the sweet moments of whatever part of your life it is. You got it set up to where we telling you happy birthday every day. You are celebrating. You got it set up to where you get this small victory. You got a manufactured small victory.
I don't like that. I don't like why you trying to make the small wins manufactured. They are wins.
After you celebrate your small win once, celebrating them over and over again afterwards, it's just a manufactured celebration. It's a manufactured W. You just duplicating the one over and over again for your own dopamine hit.
But nah, I feel like you're not celebrating. Oh, I brushed my teeth today. That's a W. I brushed my teeth today. That's a W.
So there's people who...
That's not that. It's when you...
Because I'm not saying because we're talking about the relationship between that and comfortability. They are fucking, and comfortability is hitting the doggy style.
Terrance, yeah, but no. I feel like we're not talking about just because you rolled out the bed this morning, you need to give yourself a W for that. Hey, you woke up today. We're not talking about those W's. We talking about, you never talk to a nigga and he be like, I got this promotion at work. Yeah, it's chill. no, nigga, we need to go
Terrell,
out.
But you see, we not talking about that dude. We talking about the dude that got
But
a
your
compliment.
man, but Tino, your man said some niggas get here and think, and I fuck with Trap. But of course, this is just perspective.
Wait.
You said some niggas get here and they get
Comfortable.
and
Terrell,
they think that's winning. I feel like you
Trap
can still
might
be
not
winning.
have actually said that. Trap don't let him fuck the words up because I might have fucked it up. I saw the real one.
Oh God, I thought this.
No, but it was that. And Terrell, this is the thing. You talking about the guy that doesn't celebrate his small wins and he needs to, and you right. I'm talking about the guy that over celebrates the small wins and needs to realize that, hey, look, you might be a little too comfortable getting employee of the month as you know what I mean? Like,
yes,
you can be some of y'all,
but T, think about you. Use you. Because remember, you were the one that's this what you're doing right now that I said, yo, you could be dope as fuck now at this. You know what you want for yourself, of course. But you could, at this level, listen to Trap and say, I need to not be comfortable here. I'm not winning right now. I need to do this. And this could low-key be the most wealthiest or best you could be in life.
This is what Trap's saying because Trap all about Wall Street and the market and investing and stuff like that. So it's the long game. So what they work on is with strategy. And what he basically saying is, you think you got the winning strategy because you on this platform right here, you comfortable, you think your strategy work. But what happens when you not on the platform and you got to take your platform? What he say, I had to take my platform to the streets. He went on an eight city tour. I'm really giving this nigga free promo low key.
Exactly, yeah.
But he basically saying,
but dope, you're right.
He feel good about his strategy being able to take it off this court. Let me tell you, some of you niggas are only good on one court. You can only shoot on this court, and y'all know what that's like. Soon as we take you up the street to the park with a double rim, you got a whole different game. You don't even want to shoot the same shots.
But I feel like, what if I'm that nigga on this court? Why do I have to be good on other courts?
Well,
I don't like the court analogy because that makes it seem like I'm only good at basketball on one court, which means I'm not really good. But like, what if I'm just that nigga as a painter? Or what if I'm that nigga as a rapper? Why would a nigga say, all he can do is rap well, he don't got a business? Whoa, but that don't mean he ain't winning there. Cause nigga, somebody can say, all he do is listen to music and podcasts, one bag. What you gonna say?
If you that nigga on that court, right? Then your game should be able to show on any court. You're just afraid to go and put it on display on other courts. And if you can't put your game that's so good on this one court on display on other courts,
all right,
then maybe your game not really that good. Come on, bro.
Analogy though, because
lost in the analogy.
We talking about if you're
last
good
name
at
Malawi.
Shout out to Malawi. Yo, I can be seeing your brain working on the go, Brody. Damn, nigga made me lose my train of thought.
Terrell, you said we getting away from the analogy.
We getting away from the analogy because
and we started the podcast.
I know, right? But this is game for niggas because it's a good because both perspectives have merit. My question to you is this: I feel like we getting away from the analogy because I agree. If you're good on this court, you should be good on anything, on any court. But that's the same skill on different courts. Yeah, if I could ball out on this court, I should be able to ball in different capacities. I think, though, that could be confusing when you put it towards like what Trap referring to, because you might be at your level winning. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You know what? I get what you're saying. We're going to leave it at the same skill. Let's say let's say I'm an artist. And right now, I got a small deal, one hit record that bubbled a little bit. I did the BET side show before the BET Awards, right? Do you know that could be as far as I go as an artist? That could be my peak.
Yeah.
That was me winning there. But if I was there and listened to a nigga that said, you got to keep going because, you got the side stage, but when you going to get to the big stage? What if I never get there, but I never celebrated the small stage? Yeah, I never got there. But personally, I still needed to log that as a W and not I almost made it.
Nah, yeah.
Because you still made it to where some niggas will never get.
That's true.
So
and it's definitely worth celebrating the levels that you get to. And like you said, Terrell is definitely a big advocate for what a lot of us deal with these days, which is the pressure to just not chill, the pressure to do a million things and be something that you don't have to be. And my message, y'all, wouldn't necessarily be for that person because it is in due time. It is things have to happen when they happen, right? And I think, everybody's path is different. It's just definitely a certain person out there that needs to hear that maybe, your comfort level is a little bit too comfy. Maybe you do got a little bit too much of a comfort level around you, and that's why I feel like this level is not going anywhere. Trust me, me and Terrell, we battle the same thing that you niggas battle. You know what I mean? Like, everybody's thinking about what's next and what's best. And when you thinking these things, I'm telling you, honesty with yourself gets you further than anything. Cap to yourself if you want. But
and I'll say this, I feel like just to end that combo, everybody that I talk to, everybody that I talk to, mentor, coach, anything, they'll tell you, I always tell people to reinvent themselves, try new things. When they say, I was thinking about maybe doing this. Shout out my boy Brett, who's flourishing right now with his YouTube thing. Nigga literally left doing what he was doing before and now is flying on his own because he just took that risk. And that is the thing too that you're saying that is true. Some people are at the point where you need to pivot, where you do need to maybe try
it's trying to take your ball to a new court.
Because I've been telling niggas for like 5 years, you only 25, you only 24, you still young enough to do this for 3 years. And if you are 25, this still apply to you. But I always been saying, you young enough to start some shit, do it for 4 years, and come back still younger than the average age for whatever field you're trying to get into.
Yeah.
Especially if you're 23.
And look.
But a lot of niggas are getting to 27, 28, where, okay, now that you're getting closer to 30, you still have that luxury of being in your 20s and you're young. But you just need to start thinking a little bit harder now. The pressure coming up.
These conversations always get turned towards career. But when you think about when we first started having this convo, y'all, I wasn't really talking about career. I was talking about how me and A-Train are making life choices that prepare us for 2025.
Oh, 2035. Yeah, you did.
2035. And the reason why I was bringing up Wall Street Trap is because I was like, him saying he needed to test his strategy made me think, okay, Troy, think about how you just live as a person, or how y'all just live as a human being. You wake up, you eat this breakfast, you do this for your day, you eat this dinner, you go to bed, and then it's like a rinse and repeat thing. This when you take a shower, this when you That's what I was telling Terrell. I went to Seattle where they trained, and we stayed with her 94-year-old granddad. That's probably why my mind is this way. And I was able to watch a 94-year-old's routine, right? I watched him wake up in the morning. I watched him carry on throughout his day, and he's busy, right? 94. We also went, and it was happy birthday to her. It's not A-Train's uncle, but it is. Almost like her great uncle, who's like a 96-year-old firefighter. We go to his house every year for Seafair. It was his birthday.
Oh, yeah.
So, like, I'm seeing these older guys, and bro, I'm telling you, when you get older, your life comes down to its very simplest routine. Terrell, everything you do right now is cool, but I'm telling you, when you get old, you might wake up in the morning, and you might have an orange, and then you might go up the street to Walgreens somewhere, and something you do there every day. You come home, you watch this. It's nighttime. You might call crew because you're an old nigga. He comes over and brings this.
See my grands.
Bro, and that's it. So that thing made me realize, like, from a bird's eye view, I'm like, okay, bet. His recipe for life granted him 94 years to where he gets this simple routine. I would take that.
Yes.
I would take this simple routine at 94. Every choice that I make from here, if I'm gonna get to 94, Terrell, then I gotta make it to 2020. I gotta make it to 2035 first.
Yeah.
I gotta make sure that what I'm doing right now, am I gonna get there if I take myself out of Maryland and put my life strategy in Seattle, right? Will it work? Will it go? Not what I'm doing for work, y'all. I just mean the way that I live. Me and we was out there. Remember, I was going to the gym out there. It was a real different thing because I would go out there and lose my way of like what I'm doing. Bro, that's what I'm saying. I'm telling you. It really ain't about what you're doing at work. It's not about what you do when the camera's rolling. It's about how you manage shit when it's not. It's not about what these niggas do when they're at work and they on the clock.
Yeah, people don't get rich because like you work the hardest job because you wanna you get the money that you make. You make the money that you make to do the things that you want to do on your leisure.
Yeah.
And so I think it's a dope idea to at 30 be thinking like that. Cause guess what? the world around you thinking like that. I went to the doctor this weekend, y'all. Got a new doctor, got a brand new clean bill of health. If you haven't been to the doctor, fellas, my men that are off their parents' insurance and haven't been, go to the doctor just to get blood work. If you could just get to see your CBC, your lipid panel, all that stuff, and just make sure you good, do that. But I will say this. My doctor was like, yo, we used to do colon scans and stuff like that at 45. Now we're doing them at 38.
Yeah.
She said because we eating Trader Joe's, we eating this, we eating that, we eating a lot more processed food than generations younger, so we have to change. So you saying, I didn't think about what it's going to be like in 2035, just mean that as you incrementally inch toward that 94, your own 90s,
Yes.
you're trying to prepare that routine. I'm trying to make it so that that simple routine that I have is as what it could be if I think now. Because it could be one way if I bullshit now, or it could be a completely different way if I think about getting there now.
And it's not about money, y'all. It is not about like what you're doing for work, this convo. This was supposed to be about like my actual life, the way I'm eating, the way I'm moving, like you said.
And that's what I mean too.
Insurance, you're making sure all of your priorities are straight because like you said, bro, if you want that type of routine,
and
where I can wake up at 90 and I do shit every day because my life is set up, family, community. That's why I was saying some of y'all are not even able to flourish at your actual one job you have because of the shit that's outside of it. How you gonna flourish on your side hustle when you could barely flourish in your main job because of the way you got your life set up? I was telling A-Train, a simple furniture change in your house could change your whole productivity. But I ain't gonna get deep on that.
100%. I think that's dope, bro. We'll leave the convo at that. I think that's a good message to send to people to just kind of think about preparedness, the next phase. And the dope thing about it is that I like using Jimmy. Oh damn, I want to say his name.
Oh yeah, Jimmy.
Oh okay.
Yeah.
But I like using him because he done cut videos.
Oh yeah, he got the internet.
But I like using him because he's in his 90s. And a big issue that I have right now is I have a very morbid, sometimes intrusive thought about death, my life. Am I gonna be here? I done seen my favorite rappers go. Losing Takeoff was bigger for me, I think, than a lot of niggas. Like, I was a Migos baby. So, like, I still sometimes think about that. I still sometimes think about what Pop Smoke could have been. Nip. I think about everybody that we lost that's young. Actors, NFL players, people that you follow that's just younger than you, whatever. So I have a little bit of a morbid thought, but that gives me reassurance that life ain't that short and you still in the very beginning of this shit. Low key.
Yeah. If you lucky.
If you lucky to make it there, but you gotta give your life that. You can't think
Nah,
you're gonna die at 60.
want it.
It's motherfuckers living at 90. I'm giving myself that.
Yeah.
God forbid I died 40 something. Then that's just my story. But I didn't live my life thinking I was gonna die at 40. No, if I died 40, I was not ready to go.
Not ready. I want
And
90.
I just was called to something greater.
God, let me see that 9 in front of my age. I'm gonna say, okay, bet. I'm gonna say, okay. Like, that'll be the final. I'm gonna say, all right, bet. I do think around 90, though, like, you are speaking from, literally, you're speaking from the very top.
And of course, we grateful for every day we get, but there's nothing wrong with wanting that 90. I want it.
I want that 9.
All right, bet. We got topics to get to, I think.
Yes, I mean, what you mean you think? We got plenty of topics to get to.
What you want to start with?
First thing that I want to start with is, funny, I will tell everybody this. Sorry, A-Train. I recently downloaded Fanduel again.
This nigga is sick. I got on a Pat Surtain shirt. This nigga downloaded Fanduel again. Do y'all remember my aunt's tweet where she said, guys, the Anthony Mackie, guys, I won. He deleted Fanduel. And guess what? Everybody under that tweet said, don't worry. It's just because the NBA is over. When the NFL come back, that nigga is gonna be back. Now look at him. Episode 265, and it's 256.
Ooh, I like it.
And that adds up to a...
Got the watch back right. Yes. I'm back on the FanDuel. But only reason why I'm doing that is because the football season's coming back.
Terrance, that's what we knew. We knew you was coming back when you said, I'm done with it, y'all.
Did I ever say that I was done and turning a new leaf? I said I was putting it down for a minute. And I told On this. She want to jump out the gym and go on her Twitter. I won. She about to have to win again. Because guess what, y'all? Michael Porter Jr. this past week, he's an NBA player. He plays for the Brooklyn Nets now. He used to play for the Denver Nuggets last year. His brother is the one that got busted. Jonte Porter, the one that got busted for the NBA gambling situation.
Oh, shit, yeah.
Michael Porter Jr. recently spoke on sports betting this past week. He was on some podcast. He had a bunch of different things he said. One of the things he said was viral. What was one of the viral things he said?
Something about women and, bro, he been saying.
He was like, one of my vices is women. My brother's vice was sports betting. He said another thing like, I'll just put on some Andrew Tate and see what a woman thinks. Did you see that one?
Yeah, I saw that. Yeah, I saw his car get towed. Damn, nigga.
My bad. I didn't mean to do that. I was just doing that for him. Niggas, Mike is close to me. One thing that he said and pertains to sports betting, I wanted to talk to bring to this podcast. He said,
the sports gambling stuff can affect that a lot.
100%.
Think about it.
There you go.
You get mad at these dudes like
that don't get your
that
parlay.
do the sports betting, but think about if you could get all your homies rich by telling them, yo,
no shit,
bet $10,000 on my under. You know, this one game I'm gonna act like I got an injury, and I'm gonna sit out. I'm gonna come out after 3 minutes, and they all get a little bag because you did it one game. Like that is so not okay. But some people probably think like that. They come from nothing, and
100%.
all their homies have nothing,
100%.
and they're like, bro, if I come out of this game after 3 minutes and y'all all hit on my under, we're all getting a little bag.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? And I obviously my brother went through his situation. You know, Malik Beasley's going through a situation right now. Terry Rozier was in some hot water. But the whole sports gambling like entity, bro, it's bad, and it's only gonna get worse, bro. Like we really do get death threats. Like if you and the thing is you can't.
Somebody doesn't hit a parlay.
Crazy part is you can't win anymore because if I do
on
too
both
good,
sides.
if I do too good, I'm messing up the people that bet on the under. And if they bet on my over, like, you know what I'm saying? So you're messing up some people's money. If they bet on your under or over, you're messing up some people's.
You know what's
bread.
crazy? You think about this.
All right, so do you think can he get in trouble for that? You're basically
everybody is
admitting
saying like, yo, that's
like
crazy to
admitting,
say.
That's like admitting that I might potentially, you know. Right?
The main reason why I wanted to bring that to y'all attention is because I wanted to say, like, there's a reason why I downloaded FanDuel. I'm gonna get to it, and it's later in this podcast. But
You got a lot of things you say we get
if you're gonna get into this betting shit, let something like this stand let something like this be an eye opener. You are betting against the books and the players because that makes perfect sense.
Yeah.
Let's keep it a hundo, Terrell. If I got a bunch of homeboys and they all need money and FanDuel is an option and I just need one out of how many basketball games, Terrell? 82 games a year. I just need one night where instead of me hitting 15 points, I just get 10. I get this little tweak in my leg. All my homeboys bet my under. I could change their life in one night. I understand and I get it.
It's rigging the game.
It's rigging.
Using it to help your men.
They making money off me. Why should I not rig that game? They making money. Terrell, I'm going to keep it all the way a stack. We not in the NBA. If you told me right now, Terrance, I'm taking your under tonight. They got you for 25 points. Bruh, I swear on my mother life, I have watched basketball games where I took the nigga for just 10 and I said, yo, there's no way he is trying. The nigga just running up the court chilling. I'm like, you are not trying to score.
I've had these
But guess what?
headphones on the whole time.
When you think about the opportunity they have to change lives, y'all, that shit just flipped my whole mind.
Nah, yeah.
You betting against the Bucks and the Players.
And you know what's funny about that? Damn, I had my headphones on that whole dope ass first segment, looking like a fucking Radio Raheem nigga.
No, you didn't.
I did.
Remember you said about the podcast about the headphones on Don't Look Bad. Now you look like the nigga that pitched for Sandlot. Oh, you want the heater? I got it. That's what he looked like.
Hey, that sports betting shit come with a side though, because I feel like it's so many people that are dealing with like
The pressures to get rich.
the pressures of getting rich and shit, and people are starting to sports bet. They can't start shaving points and doing shit like that. And you
Yeah.
can't. You low key as a civilian The bad thing is when you look at that Twitter thread and see niggas saying, I get what he's saying. That's revalidating every other nigga that's watching this thread that you're also betting on.
Yeah.
To maybe I don't get this game. Maybe. And I think what he's saying, the best advice I would give niggas is to not do it for that. Don't make it I would say this. Don't try to say, yo, I gotta pay these extra bills. Let me start FanDuel so I can get some parlay money to pay the extra bills. I feel like you should always look at FanDuel like when you go to the casino. And growing up, my mother used to tell me, whatever money you decide to spend in the casino need to be money that you can live without.
Spendable money.
Because you know, I'm about to go ahead, waste $100 because it ain't gonna be $100 that I need. I'll just say the niggas be careful, man. Because that is crazy. Wow, was that my boy?
This is Sunny Money.
Oh, that's Sunny when she was little. Wow, she looked just like Crew.
Last thing I will say about the gambling thing is if you're going to gamble responsibly. Terrell didn't like when I said one time I said, if you're not gambling and you're watching sports, I said, fuck are you doing? Maybe that was irresponsible when I said it, so I'll clear that up. All I'm going to say is, after taking a big break from sports betting, I won't lie to you, watching sports, low-key, it kind of was like, whatever. And be honest. Not saying that I need sports betting to watch sports, but sports betting is like taking a shot. It's like alcohol. You don't need it when you go out. But if y'all got it, it's going to make this little function better. Sports betting takes the simplest hockey game and makes it.
Nah, yeah.
These Maple Leafs better act right.
Yeah,
and I feel like, Trey, look, that's very dangerous. So what I'll say is, gamble responsibly. Do it if you can. Definitely don't do it if you're using money that is not yours or not whatever. But also, I think we should also promote having fun with shit. If it's going to be legal and they going to be making money out here, try to get out there and take advantage of this shit. I'd like to see y'all niggas have y'all way on FanDuel. Fuck them.
Terrance, you make me scared to even bet now with this nigga,
well, the only reason why I say that is
I'm about to help my men out. All right.
The last thing I say on that,
because how would we ever know to prove that?
You wouldn't, but guess what? Do you know? I don't know about y'all. Maybe this is just me. If I would have bet on a nigga and I knew that was why he was doing it low key, I'm already feeling whatever about the bet. I even more feel like, damn, you know what? If my parlay is getting like killed because bruh was looking out for his fam.
Terrance, you're not gonna feel like that if you depend on how much money you lose. You sound like a nigga.
Why you think you see so many people in them comments saying that it makes
betting
sense?
responsibly though? And the reality is that a lot of these niggas are trying to get extra bill money and shit. And they not gonna be happy if they was to find out this nigga was doing that. Or
I don't think anybody would be happy finding out that their parlay got sold, but I feel like it burns less if I knew I got caught in the mix of you taking care of your fam. Okay. Why I'm always thinking like it's you on some Shohei Ohtani shit where y'all, you know, what's the nigga Beasley?
Didn't Gilbert Arenas and them did just get hemmed up on some shit? Oh no, that was crypto, right?
Yeah,
I don't know.
He thinks that he's being put into something as an accomplice, and I'm snitching. I'm snitching. I'm 6ix9ing in this. Funny as shit. Go look at the video of him tiptoeing out of the jail. But what was that about? Whatever. Let's move forward. Let's get past that.
Let's do Cardi B's Imaginary Players, man. Mm-hmm. Cardi B put out Imaginary Players, which is her spin on Jay-Z's classic 96 record from Reasonable Doubt. It has received, I would say, mixed reviews. Some people really like it. Some people say, hey, she ate that. She went off. She chewed that. But then some people struggle with it. So we have our resident, y'all know what Terrance normally thinks. I ain't even gonna put it in your jacket. But kinda, I know you didn't fuck with it.
Terrell trying to look.
I'm not making it up to be like that because I'm gonna tell y'all the honest truth. I didn't really love it either. I'm about to introduce you like, so Terrance, what did you think?
All I'm gonna say, y'all, is look, not everything, I already told y'all, I'm not expecting Cardi B to be the most impressive female rapper that we've ever heard. I'm not expecting her to be levels better than what we've already heard, low key. And I think that's what a lot of people gonna have to come to grips with. I think it's just the same artist from 2018 that can, but I don't really know if this music shit is so much a passion of hers. So I feel like me judging this joint, I was like, okay. I'm not gonna go so crazy, but no, I did not I did not rock with it. I didn't like the idea in the beginning, period. I don't like as soon as I saw it was called Imaginary Players with a Z, I was like, all right. Like, I told A-Train. We watching the Lotto joint she just put out. And it's the flip on the 24s joint. The cars and clothes, that's all my niggas, bro. And I'm like, damn, this shit we just listened to sample remake after sample remake. So when I saw it was called Imaginary Players, I'm like, oh, it's probably just gonna be the song. And she gonna be doing she gonna be rapping over the song. It was literally exactly what I thought it was gonna be, one. And then two, I just thought it was poorly performed. The bars were there. Like,
I was telling Terrance
I'm almost thinking she need to take that and put that on something else. Did you see? Shout out Black Mass. I fuck with bro. Did you see they put her over the Biggie lyrics and it sounded way different? The Biggie instrumental?
That was amazing.
I don't know, man. Cardi fans, I'm going to just say this as I pass it off to Terrell.
Mm-hmm.
I thought it was a miss. I thought the lyrics said a lot, but the performance kind of killed what you believed in the lyrics. Even her saying, what she say, Terrell, your favorite line you just said? She said,
glory hole.
Glory hole. These bitches don't know who they fucking with.
Damn, that's fire.
Son, she got bars on that joint. And I'm not mad at it.
And that's the thing, y'all, that I struggle with is when I heard about Cardi B's Imaginary Players,
the performance
I was reading the lyrics. Like, they would be like Cardi B on her new song, Imaginary Players. And I would read that little 4 or 5 bars they would put, and I'd be like, she talking like that on there? That shit sound crazy. She was like, bitches think they could talk fashion with me. I'm the reason. Dog, some of the shit a lot of what she was saying was fire. Like, damn. Like, when we struggle, bro, and if I'm just being honest, I just can't get past the part where it feels like you're performing this. A lot of people said it felt like she was reading this. I got
it. It did feel like that.
It felt like you reading this.
But why, Terrell?
Because, everybody knows, you got the language barriers there. So that affects her flow. But also, Terrance, I will say this. That is Imaginary Players.
That is why, Terrell. That's why you sound funny, because anybody with low key sounds. Yeah.
It exposed, like, if you do your bullshit, right? And not saying that what she do is bullshit, but like, let's say we put Thug on that beat. Let's say we put Travis Scott on that beat. Anybody on that beat, right? They gonna bring them to it, but it's gonna kind of.
It's gonna be like that. You should have stayed away from it.
Jay-Z made something that shouldn't be touched, in my opinion. So if you're gonna do it, you gotta deliver. Like when Kendrick does the oh my God, we listen to Heart Part 5, right? And you hear that when he say hurt people, fuck being and you hear the Al Green, I want you to. That is a black classic. If you gonna incorporate that, it needs to be fire. And I felt the same thing about.
But look, that's the thing. Hers was kind of, the lyrics were there. It's just the performance.
That's a part of it.
Sometimes, like, she had fire lyrics. It just seems like Imaginary Players, if you was outside for that, because I understand there's some Cardi fans and some young fans who might not have been outside for Imaginary Players. Maybe this is a new flow. Maybe imagine, Terrell, you're a 16-year-old girl and you just haven't even heard Imaginary Players from Jay-Z, right?
Mm-hmm.
Cardi put this joint out. I spit that other shit. Or whatever she said.
Yeah, pretty motherfucker shit.
You would be like, holy shit, she went
crazy. Yeah, that is true.
So
if you didn't know the first one,
if you didn't know the first one, and that's my one thing with Cardi, and my this won't even be a Cardi personal message. This goes to the whole game. That's the battle that y'all gonna face with all of these nostalgia attempts. You trying to sample a hit, thinking you gonna get a hit, but it might backfire on you depending on what you pick, because you gonna have to low-key do equal to, a little bit under, or greater than the original.
Right.
But if you go too low under it,
right,
we gonna start saying, this is bullshit. Why you even do this? I'm going and listening to the original.
So let's talk about that. What do you think about the move itself? Your first single is the Outside joint, right? The next joint you do at the WWE SummerSlam, she came out and previewed a song to the ring. That joint was cool, right? We didn't get to hit a full thing. Snippet. Dope. But this is your next single to come out, right?
Yeah.
If I'm being honest, I don't think Cardi's team put this out for a #1 record. But I feel like they just kind of wanted to like show her in that like she can rap bag.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I feel like it's a. Well, how do you feel about the move? Because I feel like it's being received mixed, and I think I'm not too sure how it charted, but it didn't go crazy because I don't think that was the intent. But what do you think about the move for them to say, "Bet this is the record that has Jay on it. We might be able to," because it did get received kind of mixed. Some people felt like they shouldn't have done this. Some people feel like it was a good attempt for the rap.
I do not like the choice to do imaginary players for anybody.
Yeah.
Anybody. And if you gonna do it in your own way. I don't like you doing imaginary players and then you're rapping like Jay. Like, no. Anybody could do this. Like, I feel like it is the laziest shit that we see artists do these days where you ain't even gonna try to have a different flow. We just gonna hear you do they flow and then try to act like you got a hit. Fuck out of here. You're piggybacking.
Yeah.
It doesn't look like you can make, not Cardi, but it doesn't look like you can make your own version of it. So you tried so hard to like reclaim it. Even calling it imaginary players. Why? Call that shit something else. But like y'all are even you robbed the whole song. You don't switch to instrumental. And then you gonna call it the same title.
No, yeah,
like,
now when
please
we
get the
search for
fuck
that,
outta here.
it comes up. That's true. And I mean, I don't
Even
know.
when you press play, we thinking, is this Jay or now your joint? I feel like that's
Nah,
why I don't like that move for anybody, period. I don't like it for Cardi either.
Beyonce got smoked when she did Before I Let Go after the Homecoming album because it was like, when we hear that, we thinking it's Frankie Beverly and Mace. That boom, 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 boom. We thinking Frankie Beverly Mace. When we hit a Beyonce, as much as I love her, I do feel robbed a little bit in that moment of a already classic moment. Same thing when the nigga G-Eazy tried to do the Mark Ronson joint. What's the Mark Ronson joint?
What's the Mark Ronson?
Mark Ronson, Terrance. Mark Ronson. He got one joint that everybody knows. Damn, I can't believe I'm blanking on it. And when I tell you, you're gonna be like, oh, that. Mark.
G-Eazy though. What you talking about G-Eazy though?
G-Eazy redid the damn, I'm actually saying his name wrong. G-Eazy. Oh. Remember
yeah.
G-Eazy redid it? So when the
Yeah.
beat start, dun, 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 we thinking it's that one. G-Eazy light voiced ass came.
Come
like,
on,
oh,
rapping,
hell no.
yeah.
So you gotta be careful with it. And this is just one of them situations I feel like some people gonna fuck with it. Some people not gonna be able to get past the original.
No, they're not. Just to move it forward a little bit, some other big news this week. Of course, y'all know the beef is the beef. The beef's been the beef. Last year, biggest year of hip hop. But a lot of people were talking about this recent proceedings or the recent transactions or whatever the fuck you say. The recent things that's happened in the Drake lawsuit has escalated to the point where now Kendrick, his kids are involved. Troy, you explain a little bit more of that. You do it better than me.
Oh, basically, Drake lawyers are requesting information about Kendrick's kids and their relation to Dave Free. Basically, what Drake said in Family Matters, he basically is having his lawyers through the legal system. You basically using a loophole to try and get the dirt that you was trying to get. You know?
Yeah.
That's basically what he doing. Because they also is requesting now for Kendrick's background of stuff. So it basically, at first, this was about UMG and Drake because of Kendrick's song. He's not suing Kendrick, y'all. He's suing UMG. But now that Kendrick is involved in it's like no matter how you want to cut it, Kendrick is involved in this now. So
Yeah.
I mean,
That's funny. I don't even know what to say about it, low-key.
it's just all a mess. It's all a mess. It's all lame. I'll say this, man. As a fan of both these niggas, as a nigga that don't hate Drake, as a nigga that doesn't see Drake and get irritated like some niggas do, I think this whole thing is a mess. But honestly, it didn't shock me like how it shocked everybody else. And niggas can say I have a Drizzy cape. But I'll just say, I wasn't shocked by it personally because I feel like it's already such a mess that's been ongoing.
Yeah, my shock for it was the same as when he first said he was going to do it.
Yeah.
You know?
It was like,
I feel like this comes with, what
when
he's
I
doing.
saw that, I said, oh, okay, I see exactly what he's trying to do. And this is my thing for everybody, right? You're seeing a lot of these hip-hop purists and people get up here and say stuff like, this is too far. This is, yo, I thought this wasn't about Kendrick. I thought this was about him getting his money. But now it's obviously, the whole thing has obviously been about Kendrick. I feel like two things can be true. I feel like I'm gonna get my money, but since we still at it, of course he gonna try to make Kendrick life hell, y'all. This nigga just literally last week got off stage from going around the world still calling me a pedophile. But I'm not about to try and turn his life upside down. I think he 100% is. I don't think he has a care in the world that this is a non-hip hop thing. He don't care, man. I feel like we let the biggest artist in the world, that's still the biggest artist in the world, like weasel out of what was about to happen. And now all of the rules that people are calling back to, this ain't hip hop, this ain't this is fucked up, this is that. Y'all already crossed those lines off for this nigga. He's not thinking about that at all anymore. So that's why I wasn't really like, oh my God, about the whole shit. I just feel like these niggas is at each other. This shit is not over. I'm not about to jump out the window for this, y'all.
And I feel the same, like, in a sense where I feel like the shit has gotten to a point where it is a real mess. The L from suing that Drake gets is just a permanent L that I feel like, hey, I think you could talk about how bad it looks, though. I think the kids being involved in the investigations or whatever, it's just as fucked up as Adonis happened to see his father getting called a pedophile throughout the world. I think it's all fucked up that the kids are involved.
The kids really been involved, yeah.
Yeah, you really can't get on one without getting on the other. So I just think it's just...
We're watching this mess play out. It was, you know what's annoying is people keep saying rap beef. Oh, it's because he lost a rap battle. Yeah, this is not from Euphoria. After Euphoria, it was not a rap battle no more. Like, it got very different for these niggas. Sure, did they use rap to like have this interaction? Yeah, and we loved it. It was the biggest thing for us. But what we're witnessing now, this is not a hip hop thing. This is these niggas, well, for Drake still trying to get his money, but the Kendrick and Drake shit is gone much far. It's gone much farther than hip hop.
Put your thoughts in the comments on that. I know you guys know a little bit more information than we do. But that is ever so messy.
I'll be honest, it got so messy that for the first time in a long time, I didn't even know all of what was happening. If you would have called me and asked me before yesterday, for real, I had to go back and like really look because I don't know, y'all. I still have my passion for the beef, of course. I could talk about it with anybody, but I just got like, even me get tired of it. That means it's been going for a long time. Y'all know I would talk about that shit with anybody.
Shit is ridiculous.
It's crazy. But next thing, T, I want to talk about this.
Mm-hmm.
The National Guard in D.C. I feel like we have to say something. We out here. Have you seen any of the videos?
Yeah, I have. Yeah.
They deployed the National Guard to D.C., Donald Trump, right? D.C.'s on a 30-year decline. We did not need a National Guard. I get it. We still have crime like other places have crime, but like, I just didn't see a need for what we going through now. And I think it sets a dangerous precedent because some of it works, I guess, you know? Like, you see how they're tweeting? We caught this criminal. We caught 8 criminals today. We caught this many this. They tweeting this shit like it's like they playing a Call of Duty match and then doing literally like a
little leadership board updates
leaderboard type shit. They were tweeting pictures of people from the White House Twitter page.
Yeah, I saw that.
I just think it's messy, man, and it's ugly, y'all. DC, it's ugly, man. I think the one takeaway that I have, T, I'll tell you, is watching the videos and you see these guys in DC and the police, DC police, they know how to deal with niggas in the city. Like, they know how to deal with everybody. Like, the lingo, the everything. The guys that's on the street that ain't really up to no good, but y'all know y'all shouldn't be out here. They know how to connect with them. Watching the National Guard officers, these cowboys going out there, they look like they're like talking to like people that's not human. You could tell they don't even see you can see sometimes, some of it is kind of like, oh shit, we're out here with these crazy fuckers. You know, it feels like that. They're like, what are you doing out here? It's kind of like, you could even ask me if I'm from here. They went to bruh and was like, why are you outside? And he was like, I live right here. It's crazy, y'all. It's crazy. I don't really have much to say.
I think, we've seen a lot of police, excessiveness or like the force of just, it seems like just the force of the force, where we seeing like police move in ways that it seems like is a little bit more, rugged than others. And it seemed like this type of method was going to be on like people that were illegal or people that weren't in the country, like that type of thing. But to see that happening in DC is kind of like, oh, okay, bet. Like, it's not that you so upset at like a criminal being caught, more so than you're upset at the way in which that they're impacting other people who aren't criminals to catch the one, And
And
y'all think it's cool to bust this door open, beat all these people's ass, but we got two criminals. But we cause all of this hysteria.
And
I just feel like that's kind of a whack way of going about it.
And there was a 1-year-old that got killed in DC. There was a 3-year-old that was killed in DC, right?
Yeah.
That didn't cause the National Guard to come out. It wasn't until the Make America Great Again dude got his ass whooped at the train or whatever that happened. Now all of this. I think it's just a representation of like how, bro, they just doing what they want type shit. It's something to see, y'all. Something to see. When you out there, you see like because we had to ride kind of close to DC on the way out.
Yeah.
You see that it's niggas out there with FBI on their chest. This nigga out there with DEA on their back. It's like big agencies that are out there. It's crazy, y'all. It's crazy.
I think Instagram got so weird because everybody tried to turn their followers into fans. Like, people were turning people that they knew in real life into their fans. And I'll just speak about my experiences. I've met people at parties, we'll exchange Instagrams, and then a few days later, I'll go back and see that they never followed me back. Or better yet, I followed people on Instagram in front of each other. Let's exchange contacts, like, you're so cool, da-da-da-da. And then I would see that after that interaction, they would go back later on and unfollow me. Or, people that you know in real life, people that you went to high school with, y'all were following each other at some point, and then you realize it's like, oh, they stopped following me. When? Like, who do they think they are? There's times I've commented under people's pictures, oh my gosh, you look so good, hard eyes, and then they would just love it and just leave my comment there looking like I'm a fan. Like, these are people that we would know in real life trying to make it seem like we were fans of theirs, So I think that's what made Instagram just weird. Everybody thinks they're a celebrity. Everybody's trying to make you a fan of theirs. Meanwhile, I know you're...
Everybody thinks they're celebrities. Instagram.
Okay, bet, Terrance. I'll ask you the question then on the heels of that. Mm-hmm. Is Instagram weird now in that sense? You come from those days of just posting your breakfast, your friends followed you, you interacted with your friends, you even did a quote of the day, word of the day, shout out of the day, all that bullshit. It was friends type shit first. Now it is a little bit more of a, some of the stuff she's saying was true. I feel like she might be a little, But, shout out to her. I don't know her actual ad. I think somebody posted that from her actual page, but shout out to her.
I'll give you a shout out, but I definitely disagree with what you're saying. It's one of those things where Instagram used to be this social platform for people. Instagram used to be social. And you see how she said everybody just started acting like they had fans. And they started treating their followers as fans. I feel like there were people who moved and changed with Instagram. And then there are those people that hold on to the old laws and the old policies of Instagram and how we used to move on there. People who say stuff like, oh, people who watch my story, wow, people watch my story, but then they don't say anything. You watch my story, but you don't leave a like. You don't support me. Dog, you should be lucky that person is watching your story. Because low-key, most people do not give a fuck. It is so annoying watching people say and act, people think and act like because somebody is watching them every day, but not leaving a like or not saying anything, that it means they're hating on you. What if your shit is so trash and it's not really that interesting and they're still watching because they rock with you?
I feel like you saying something completely different.
But look, I'm not hating.
I feel like you saying something different because what she's saying is I'll leave a like or I'll comment on their joint.
Right. And I was just talking about basically the opposite. Those are the same people, because think about it. That same person thinks the opposite like this. That same person is looking for a response to hard eyes. She said, oh, people I went to school with, I'll leave a hard eye on their picture and they just like it. I don't even get a response. Do you know how taxful it is to respond to every comment? Like, do y'all really still expect that because we went to high school and we was in high school, we never hung out, never chilled, but you know me. You see how she said we went to high school together. So I'm supposed to tell you thank you under your hard eyes? It's like, no. And let me tell y'all something. This is one thing I want to get to y'all. You have to let go of wanting shit like that. You literally do. If you're this person, stop commenting on somebody's post to get a comment back. And my bad, Trell, if I'm being long with it. Let me let you go.
I feel like you got to remember that not everybody is getting a bunch of comments that they can't respond to because it's too much. Like, you are a nigga that's popping on IG. So you may have received this a little bit different than some people may have received it, because some people, you might be their third comment,
Terrell,
and
no.
you feel like you used to have a relationship with them where they're now... Instagram, because I think the conversation is less about people and more so about how just the dynamics of how we use Instagram have changed.
Think about what you was just telling Kelly about how, like, you know, people on Instagram move and like, hey, you got a bunch of people comment on your joint.
Sometimes you can be too tangible.
Sometimes you look away when you respond to every comment. So it's kind of like, even if you only got 5 comments, I don't think this is about how many followers you got or how many followers you don't have, more so than it's like the people that are like, oh, wow, I knew you in high school, but, you know, now I see you unfollowed me. And it's like, who do they think they are? It's like, why do you think that they think that they're somebody just because of, like, this app?
And they unfollow. Yeah, you haven't talked to them since you're talking about high school.
You talking about you knew me in high school. We ain't even hang out, but since you knew who I was, high school over with. You remember how that was? Oh, I'm going to follow her because she was in my 3rd grade class, I guess.
There's people that I've unfollowed from high school, middle school,
college,
work, where it's still love if I see you, but we don't have the relationship like that where I need to follow you.
Yeah.
Sorry, if you still want to follow me, that's why my page is public.
And I think my whole point is the fact that Instagram is no longer the social app it used to be, in a sense where you're looking for the interactions in the comments. I'm not looking to chop it up with nobody in the comments because I don't want to miss a comment. It's easier for us to chop it up through a DM or a private message or something else. But like, I'm not really so eager to get into a how you been or whatever in the comments. So like, imagine responding to every comment you get.
Nah, yeah.
And then
even
look, then you got people
that
respond to your response.
Yeah, and even that's some old school IG shit. That's before we had y'all. We didn't really have DMs for real like that at first. It was just pictures, and you had to comment. Then it was like, oh shit, you could send this motherfucker a separate message.
The only reason why this topic bugs me like it does is because I feel like it's just showing people to care a little bit. Those people think that you think you're somebody. You think and guess what? You just you don't care as much as they do. They think you care extra when really they care so much. Mm-hmm. Like, Brody, I swear I hate the people will be all up in your views. They all up in every story, but they not gonna leave a like or comment. Just know they hating on you. No, they're not. No, they are not.
Yeah, I don't agree with that either.
I don't think that nigga would watch you every day and hate on you.
Some people do have real haters.
Look,
some people do have real haters. I just don't think you could put that on everybody that watches you that's not liking.
Yo, this is Instagram.
Yeah.
Like, I get the nigga that's coming up to you. Like, there's real haters that do that. They around you, but
yes.
But you know what I'm telling? This is my one hot take, Terrell. Do you know how they say it's gonna be snakes in the grass? There's haters around you. It's gonna be people that don't want to see you win. Yes. Bro, I was telling A-Train, a lot of the motivation and a lot of the ways that we were motivated when we were young, I feel like we were sold smoke and mirrors. And one of the ones that I feel like one of those things was like, that there's always gonna be haters. You always gonna have people count you out. It's always somebody. There's gonna be people around you. I remember this dude was like, when I wanted to come out and change my life, I remember the looks I got. I remember those haters. I remember how they talked about me. What the fuck did they say about you wanting to lose weight? What did they say about you wanting to be better? You know what I'm saying?
You can't say that if you wasn't there with them. They could.
I get it.
Even if you don't feel like what they consider bullying as bullying or making them feel away.
All I'm going to say is this. That story is so damn common that I feel like when you don't have that story, what do you do, Terrell? You start looking for it. And I think on IG, this is Instagram, This is a very small example of how people are just looking for something that might not be there. Oh, they watching my story because they hate. Oh, look, they can't respond to my comment. Oh, it must be.
Yeah, it was like how a lot of people felt about Ari Lennox. We talked about Ari a couple weeks ago, and a lot of people felt like as opposed to it being a real issue, like people, you were right about it. You're right, but it feels like, why are you now doing this? It feels like you're finding this issue and it's more personal than it is something that should be
Right.
That girl, this girl, shout out to her.
Because you
I feel like you just care too much about the receiving. If I leave a comment on somebody's picture, understand I'm done with that comment. If they like it or respond, I'd be hyped. I'd be like, oh, dope. They actually said a little whatever back or liked it.
Right.
But like, I leave my comment out of love and to try and get other people to show love. Like, if I leave a comment on a nigga's picture that I fuck with, or I put flames or Real as 9 or whatever, it's to give you more. Yeah. Show everybody we all fucking with you. I'm not looking for nothing under your post, or I'm not looking for that. But
and if you ask me, this is one thing I was going to bring back up. I told you I would bring this back up. And Terrance, it's not really a topic change, but it kind of is.
I'm with it.
The reason why I re-downloaded Fanduel is because I did some slight research over these last couple months. A lot of y'all don't know that I've been getting into investing, and a lot of the lingo around that is, a real life lingo. All I'm gonna say is this, y'all. This is gonna be for my people who struggle with rejection. All my fellas out there who struggle with rejection, right? You know how they say, damn, I'm not really good with rejection, and I'm not even really good with confrontation. I'm not really good with having a hard combo. I don't like to be in a situation where, like, damn, I don't know if I don't really know what to say, right?
Yeah, how this gonna go, yeah.
And I think a lot of times we looking for little ways that we can practice and try to get better with being good with rejection. And I'm just gonna share shit that I be thinking about with y'all. Just maybe I can help y'all, maybe not. With FanDuel, right? I re-downloaded FanDuel, and when I was betting last year, it was the best betting that I ever did because I was betting like how investors invest. And there's no thought on these bets that I'm taking. I don't really give a fuck. I mean, I want the Commanders to win. But this bet that I'm placing, I don't really have anything in front of the win or behind the loss. Which basically means you have to put yourself in these, and Trey, you can tell me if you agree. This don't have nothing to do with really FanDuel. I'm just using FanDuel as an example. Mm-hmm. You need to give yourself opportunities in life to lose, and then you don't care. You need to give yourself opportunities in life to win, and then you don't care. I'm about to tell you how you do that. Play Madden, play 2K, play Call of Duty, or whatever game you play, right? Play with the absolute worst team. Play with the absolute worst character. Play online. Terrell will tell you, I've played majority of my Madden life with the Commanders. I've never really had the upper hand. What that builds is like, I am probably going to lose this game. If you're playing with the worst gun on the game, the worst team on the game, and you just do a online head-to-head, right? Mm-hmm. Little moves like this, Terrell, makes you more tailored. Okay, I'm going into this. I could win. And if I do, cool. But I'm probably going to lose.
Yeah, you put yourself in underdog situations.
Put yourself in the underdog situations.
Keep the mic on. Talk to the nigga that's playing. And if he start beating you, you go back and forth. That is true. That will help you a little bit. It will. Basically, I don't know, T, if that's going to help you with rejection. Because when you say struggle with rejection, I think women. And I feel like that ego hit is different than any other hit in the world.
But if you think about
it, and the only way you can practice that is by practicing that. Yeah. But you're right. I like this though, because before sometimes you might not be ready for that. And you need to start here.
And your ego is not, you don't have a woman ego, and then you have a game ego, and then you have a book ego. Your ego is your ego. So if you're not really that good, bro, one thing I realized in a very short period of my life, I really, really wanted to like win the game. Then I got to a point where I'm like, you know what? Fuck it. Think about y'all with the betting shit. I got to a point where I'm like, damn, I really want to win. Then I realized it's like, it's not when you betting odds, it ain't about what you really want. It's just about what you can get. one thing I know I carried through life is really wanting to control my outcomes. Really wanting to say, oh, we won. Really wanting, you know what I'm saying? Really wanting to remember we talked about really being good and gifted at something. And putting a whole lot on that.
First chapter of this podcast.
Yeah.
Goes back to that.
I want you to imagine you really, really want this girl. You see this girl in the store. You really want her. That's not a good thing. That's you really wanting to cash this bet. It's not a bad thing that you really want this girl, but I'm saying if it's in your mind
Terrance said don't compare to Fanduel.
But I'm saying.
That's just not you.
No, but listen.
Because finding a girl you do want that.
Okay, I'm going to let y'all and Terrell say this. All I'm going to say this, because if y'all all disagree with and y'all agree with Terrell, then fine. All I'm going to say is, all I'm saying is the same comfort you should be able to do with where you say I'm going to bet. How many of y'all would comfortably bet $100 on a team? Comfortably. You see how
I'm
you would
not
have
betting
to,
that.
Terrell, you see how you have to work your way up to that comfort level? Last year, I worked my way up to a comfortable $100 bet, Terrell. Remember this.
I remember that.
So, all I'm going to say is, it does take work. It does take losses.
But what happened after that? Did you end up keeping the money? Or did you end up losing it? Because that's the part of the story that niggas don't hear.
No. It's
niggas
about the
will hear
skill.
that.
It's about the skill. Fuck what I kept. The girl that you go up to, if you go up to 15 girls, right? And you don't get 15 numbers, all 15 of them say no. If you come up and you went up to no girls and I went up to 15, who you think gonna be?
You had a better shot of getting.
I'm gonna go up to 16 and be like, okay, so look, she got the.
Yeah.
You know?
You gonna have a much better, because shoot. You have to shoot.
All
That's
I'm
true.
saying is, y'all, stop looking. Remember we talked about stacking the small W's, Terrell?
Yes.
Sometimes you need to go stack them small L's. Because the small L's is what you learn from.
They make you...
And niggas are afraid of
100%.
that.
When it comes to that, too, dealing with, having to put yourself... I was telling Terrance there's a video going around called The Other Side of Cringe. If you ever seen that video talk about the other side of cringe, he talk about how if you can get past potentially being embarrassed, if you can get past the fact that, damn, if she say no, that's going to be embarrassing for me.
Yeah.
Or, damn, if I go up here and do this in front of everybody... and I bomb, that's gonna be embarrassing. Or damn, if I go up here and do the karaoke and I bomb and people don't fuck with it, that'll be embarrassing. He was like, there's a great valley, I'll just say it this way, of happiness that you can get to if you can get past that, because it'll get you out of your comfort zone. You might do some shit, you might make a life memory because you decide to get out your comfort zone and do some shit. But that makes me think about that too. What you said in the beginning about doing incremental things to help yourself work towards being more comfortable in uncomfortable situations.
Yeah.
That is a underrated, you should do that thing because it will help you and help me. As a nigga that didn't really go smack at women, I didn't really shoot my shot in person until I was 21, y'all. If we had a mutual thing, bet. If we both make eyes, bet. But excuse me, miss type shit, I wasn't doing that, bro. I needed somebody to tell me something to help me with that because I was always in my head about it. I would always be like, what if it go wrong or what if it this? And that wasn't just with girls. It was with sometimes in class. I know niggas remember this. You got the answer. The answer 6. Another nigga raised their hand with the answer. And the teacher see, thank you. Only person that got it. And you feel if I would have just raised my hand and said it, but I thought I might be wrong, I'd have been all right. So yeah, I do agree with that.
It's more about a loss. It's more about your attempt and your fail, not your fear.
But T, I could also raise my hand and be wrong. But I didn't give myself the chance at all.
You're right.
You know?
That's the thing. You need to raise your hand unafraid to be wrong.
Right.
And it don't come unless you... I tell A-Train this all the time. If you was an actress and I was a director, right? My ultimate goal as a director is to get you to have zero fear as an actress. The reason why is because, and I tell Terrance this all the time, if I need you to say, please be quiet, that's your line. I might say, hey, I need you to say this, and then I may need you to say it in a funny way. I need you to say this with more passion. I need you to say this like it's the last thing that you say on earth. You know what? That was too hard. No, you know what? When you say please, I want you to say, please, put a pause in it, and then say the rest of the line. I need you to be a machine. I don't need you to feel bad that you said he didn't think the funny one was good.
Yes.
Oh, when I yelled it, they didn't like that.
That's so true.
That's when me and an actress has friction. Because guess what? Oh, you didn't like that? Guess what I have to do? Oh, no. Now what am I doing? I'm not directing you. Now I'm your acting coach. Now
you're just preserve. You preserve.
Now I'm keeping you here. Mm-hmm. This is a part of my job if I'm a director. But also that just makes you think about like, okay, bet. If I have no fear, then my performance will be better. Like, and to me, that has stuck in my mind in every situation in your life.
Yes,
like
that's it.
The more L's you have taken, the more you're prepared for that's your preparation is your losses. You know what I mean?
And I think just to, I'm always going to advocate for championing your small wins. I feel like sometimes we take small L after small L and we focus on those small L's so much that we start feeling like the small L's that we taking are all we're getting. Damn, I cannot catch a break.
Yeah.
I, to this day, will tell myself that. Like, if my tire go flat today, I will say, Jesus Christ, another something, Yeah. But that eliminates some of the small wins that I had in the last couple of days. So I do think it's important.
But Terrell,
because what you're saying is so gold. What you're saying about having no fear means your performance. They need to chill down there. They're having too much fun. But what you saying about how no fear means your performance will be better because you're going to just give yourself to it.
You're giving your all.
It's true.
But
I do feel like some people may not be able to get past, like you saying, those L's without
Terrell
also giving themselves
because he keep bringing up L's that have nothing to do.
I'll to what you said about the L's.
No, but you said
sometimes you need L's.
A flat tire isn't Terrell. That's a life L though. That's a unfortunate event.
Can you agree that we sometimes will uppercase that lowercase unfortunate event and be like,
I'll do that, but I'm not talking about that type of L. The L I'm talking about is you going for. The L I'm talking about, the small L's that I'm talking about stacking y'all are L's that you manage. You can't manage this L that Terrell is talking about. So keep this in mind. The practice in this is you giving yourself L's. Bro, think about how many times I played with the Washington Commanders. I'm going to lose. Do you know how many games where I'm like, okay, Saquon, go crazy. Okay, bet. Lamar Jackson, go crazy. Pat Mahomes, go crazy. They going to let... I am losing more games than winning, y'all. But guess what happens when you decide to play me, and instead of me picking the Commanders, I'm just going to pick the Ravens. I'm going to pick the Chiefs. I'm going to smoke you. I have been playing this game and losing, barely, winning some, but for the most part, I've been learning how to win this game with scraps.
You learning how to battle back. You learning how to battle. You learning how to go to war.
You learning how to go to war with nothing. Like, when you tailor yourself to just know your environment, when you teach yourself to be the spider that uses all of his resources, it don't matter how big this motherfucker is that come in here.
It's a fact.
Because I done been there. It don't matter if I'm smaller. So that's my big takeaway from y'all today. For my people that's dealing with rejection, or you feel like you were just like a timid guy or whatever. Think about how if you scared to lose a game of Madden, if you still feel a little bit of smoke losing the game of Madden, how the fuck you gonna feel when shorty say, oh no, fuck no, I'm not giving you my number. I'm not gonna respond to your DM. It shouldn't hit your chest when you lose a game of Madden. The same way it shouldn't eventually hit your chest when shorty don't want you, or when he don't text you back, or when people don't give you an opportunity. It shouldn't hit your chest.
Or when somebody don't like your goddamn comment on IG.
Or when somebody don't like your goddamn post on IG. Come on, Terrell, we podding today, bro. Come on. Hey, look,
I do agree, and I will second that in the fact that you do kind of have to. It is a mindset thing, and it is using your vices to help you. A lot of women talk shit about playing the game. And they really don't get how many different types of therapy we can get from it. Because to me, that's a form of therapy in a sense. Yeah. I'm helping myself get better. Therapy, in the simplest terms, is you're helping yourself get better.
Yeah.
Like physical therapy, this type of therapy. Yours helping yourself get better. What you just told niggas to do, some niggas might say, you know what, bet. I'm going to take little incremental pieces of my life that make me feel awkward, that make me feel whatever, and lean into them. That way, when bigger situations come, because the easiest way to deduce this down and miss the message is to try and make it a gaming convo, because it's not that. It's really a much bigger thing that you can tailor to your life. Like we were talking about we always talk about how people can take art, take it to their life. It take this pod, and even though we talking about games and shit, or we might have just used certain examples, really think about that message and how you really can change who you are as a person. You was never outgoing. You were never the just tell a joke in front of everybody people. Do you have to be like that for the rest of your life? No.
No, man.
You could change.
I say it all the time. You 2 small, mini, itty bitty steps away from the biggest change in your life. You're 2 small moves that you just need to make away from one of the biggest changes in your life. Fuck everybody. Who cares what everybody's going for? Like what Terrell just said, everybody here has their own, what you said earlier, everybody in here got their own shit that they going against, own shit they got. And I think with that strategy, it's not you looking to lose. It's just you being comfortable with not always things going your way.
Right.
Because, Brody, if you scared of a puppy, what happened when the big dog get loose?
Yeah.
You need to get cool with
you
the
gotta
puppy.
Spend time with that motherfucking
Spend
puppy.
time with the puppy. Because
and work your way up. And don't feel bad. And don't let people make you feel bad about the level you at.
Because think about that puppy like a problem. The puppy gets older. You know what I mean? The puppy grow. Look at the feet. You know what I'm saying?
100 paws.
Look at them paws. So let me tell you, you're gonna get older. This problem won't always be a puppy. So think about that.
The elephant in the room will age with you.
That's
what
the
they
one
say.
right there, Terrell.
The elephant in the room.
problem won't always be a puppy. So you gonna either have to grow and know it, or this problem gonna then be this big ass
and
dog.
you're gonna be terrified of it.
And if you were scared of the puppy, you ain't gonna be able to handle the dog. You ain't gonna want to be around the dog.
That's a fact.
Man, I don't know if we got anything else, Terrell.
Man, I would say we made pretty quick work of this podcast. It was a good week, good bounce back week from last week's argument. I feel like it's dope because y'all know us, man. Y'all be seeing us in bright spots. Y'all see us in some lows or some not of our best work. Y'all get to see us love shit, hate shit. It's funny, Terrance got so much hate for the JID. We didn't get to talk about none of the music.
Do you want to get into it real quick?
Nah. Get the realest 9 on Patreon. And stay tuned because y'all.
I fuck with them boys all the way to the end. Terrell pissed me off. Wait, when they talk about
nah, we getting out of here, y'all. We get out of here. This pod is done. But subscribe to the Realest 9 on Patreon. Subscribe to the YouTube channel, the Mallory Bros YouTube channel.
Yes.
Subscribe over there.
Yes.
Done locking shit up. We got a lot of stuff that has to come from the Patreon to that channel. If you're not on Patreon for some reason,
come on,
at least you should be over there. That's all I got to say.
What y'all know what I'm gonna say? We getting closer to September. My baby girl is 1 year old, 30 days from now. But as we get closer to September, y'all know this weather's changing. You see, I got the hoodie. Make sure you're taking your meds, your diets up, all of that, y'all. And look, what a time to be Realest 9. Come on, man.
That's a fact, man. Hey, look.
Tap in with the boys.
I'm going to tell them like this. If you ain't got bottle of peroxide, bottle of baking soda, bottle of alcohol, you're supposed to have those 3 things. And last but not least,
Malawi.
It's Malawi, you bitch ass nigga. You dress like, I don't even know. Shout out to Malawi, Realest 9.
You dress like a nigga from Rocket.